Welcome to a discussion of SEPA's new report on a regulatory roadmap for vehicle grid integration. We are talking with a variety of stakeholders about what are some of the lessons we can take from Maryland's experience with EVs and vehicle grid integration, or VGI. What is your advice for other states considering VGI?
Other states should take a look at what incentives they have available in their regulatory toolkit to both promote electrification of transportation and then move to the next step of figuring out how these vehicles will impact the grid in a positive manner. So I would ask my regulatory colleagues to look at some low-hanging fruit, such as time of use rates and rate design. We've allowed that in our state to a great deal of success, to the point where we have Marylanders with electric vehicles in their garages the ability to have a smart charger. And a smart charger provides two-way telemetry and information that shares data with the utility. In exchange, we also provided an incentive to EV owners in the form of a $300 credit to purchase a smart charger. And that will be funded by ratepayer funds. So I would ask my regulatory peers to, when looking at a roadmap, consider what other options are out there. Incentives or disincentives, I think, are very important carrots and sticks to help shape the policy, to help the utilities focus where their time and attention should be, but also in assisting customers by building a larger electric vehicle charging infrastructure in their state.
So selfishly, as a member of industry, we'd like to have states take advantage and learn from the lessons of other states. So we, a lot of states are doing pilots, sort of learning on the job, and having more conversation between staff members at regulatory agencies and the regulators themselves to understand the pitfalls and the successes that other states and other utilities have had could really help get up to speed in these states quicker. And the reason why that's important is in the early days of EV adoption, you had certain geographies around the country that had adoption and it was rather slow. And so piloting made sense. Whereas now where we have mass adoption of EVs, look at the impact of Tesla. It's going into the S&P 500 right about now. More and more people know about an electric vehicle manufacturer than ever before. And more people are thinking it makes sense that my next car is electric. These states are going to have mass adoption before they can go through that learning curve that some of the other early adopting states have. So we need to make sure that VGI from the start, from a regulatory perspective, as well as VGI off the lot, is something that we're all thinking about as we prepare for this next stage of the S-curve for adoption.
I think what Maryland is doing to utilize the full benefits of the smart charger is important. So I mentioned that other states are sometimes offering just a flat credit for charging off peak when the devices that they likely have in customers' homes can do much more than that. So if states are looking to start new EV programs, I would first suggest that they definitely have smart chargers in those programs. So making sure that they are incentivizing customers to have a device that they can connect to, and then using those devices to their full extent instead of kind of being stuck in the utility way of needing a utility meter on site to record the usage.
My advice to other states would be that they focus their stakeholder process on the objectives and the outcomes, run a process that either aligns everyone around a common set of goals around customer engagement, serving certain communities, changing the load curve, better integrating renewables, really focus on that what, and focus on designing for optionality so that as the utility succeeds or fails, they are able to change course and they don't have their hands tied by whatever the very specific outcomes of that stakeholder process were.
Thanks for watching. To recap, states should look at what incentives they have in their toolkit to promote beneficial VGI programs, such as time of use rates and credits for smart chargers. As the pace of EV adoption increases, it's important to look to other states and utilities that have already piloted successful programs to see what works and what doesn't. Smart chargers are a helpful way for utilities to accelerate managed charging. Finally, states should engage stakeholders around a common set of EV and VGI goals and build out strategies and programs from there. For more on Maryland's VGI journey, please watch the additional videos in this SEPA TV series. To download the SEPA VGI roadmap, visit this link.